Good evening, great people. It's another Polythink hour. Polythink with Dr. Deji, your favorite political scientist, your favorite analyst. Well, I will share with you that this is an unscheduled analysis, a very unscheduled one. But then I had to come online to do this live on Facebook because I need to quickly react to some certain things. I couldn't hold back my reaction because on Channels TV, Sunday Politics, today Sunday 28th July. Sunday 28th July, the time is 9:14 p.m. Today, Channels TV's Sunday Politics program just ended, and one of the guests they had is the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, and he made some assertions that I didn't quite agree with. He made some assertions that I find very, very, very erroneous. And I thought of it that no, I can't just keep this to myself, because we've always had in this country whereby politicians will just come and make some, strange assertions just because we have some, disoriented citizens. We have citizens that don't really care about what they say and what they do. Well, we are saying no to that. Now, the minister came on air. Let me give you a background. There has been clamor for protest. Nigerians are saying that there is more than enough hardship in the land, that the Tinubu administration is not a favorable one to the people, that the hardship is too much, the suffering is too much, there is hunger in the land, there is starvation in the land, there is problem in the land, and the people are saying no, they can't continue like this. They have decided to exercise their constitutional right to protest. But the Tinubu administration has been saying, well, we are a fresh government, we are only just a little year old in office, give us more time, we are taking the right step, bear the pain temporarily. It's a temporary pain, and at the end of the day there is light at the end of the tunnel. But the people are saying no, just because the price of goods are skyrocketing. If a loaf of bread that was sold for 500 naira is now 1,500 naira. So the price of things have tripled, whether food, whether household utensils, utilities, health, medication. The price of things in the country have tripled. So Nigerians are saying no, they can't have this anymore, that they are beginning to lose faith in the Tinubu administration. And that has given birth to what has been tagged the End Bad Governance protest. That means that there are some people that feel that what the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been doing so far is nothing but bad governance. Now, I don't know whether you have a different opinion. Well, it's up to you, but the people that are saying that this is bad governance, they are exercising their constitutional right to protest. So if you feel otherwise, you are also free to exercise your constitutional right to support. That's the beauty of democracy. Constitutional right to protest, there's also constitutional right to support. There's freedom of association. So the minister came on air and was making a case for the government, and he was defending the actions of government, the policies of government. But the truth is that I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him on so many things. And I think, sincerely, if you would ask me, the minister did a poor job. He did a very poor job in the sense that he wasn't really able to articulate. He wasn't really able to articulate the points that are necessary. He wasn't able to articulate those points that are very, very necessary. And I will try my best to get this. To get the recording of the interview on Channels TV and attached to the end of this video. Now, this is a live video, but I think those on my YouTube channel will be able to, because I'm going to download it from here, upload it to my YouTube. So I'll try and attach the video of Channels TV recording to it so that you can hear what the minister have said. And that is why I've always said, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, go to YouTube, Polythink with Deji, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Polythink with Omoshola Deji. And also, if you are watching me on YouTube, go right straight to Facebook and make sure that you follow and like my page. And as you know, I always like to read your comments. So the minister was making some very erroneous claims. He was saying that, okay, people should try and understand that the workload of government, is so much that government is trying its best. Brother Alaye, you can't tell us that. You or majority of you have been in government one way or the other. You, the minister, you are a former House of Representative member. The president is a former governor. He's the former national leader of the ruling party. So he is close to the president. I mean, the former president, Muhammadu Buhari, is close to him. So he knows the rigors of the office that he was trying to occupy. So you can't seek a political office and then turn back and say the workload of government. Are you telling me that you didn't know the workload of government before vying for that office? And don't forget that if the occupier of the office, the person who the box top at his table, have said, do not pity me, I applied for this job. So if the president has said Nigeria should not pity him, so why are you trying to now preach, a pity crusade to Nigeria? Why are you now crusading pity when the man that applied for the job himself said that nobody should pity him? Then when you talk about the workload of government, what is the workload of government? It is not like the president is going to do everything. It's just the overseer. That is why he has aides. That's why he has retinue of aides. That's why he has ministers, special advisors. That is why he has special assistants. So don't make it seem as if the president has to do everything. No, the president is not the one that will do everything or that is doing everything. So it is wrong for you as a minister to just come on air and now be giving us erroneous claim. And that is why I couldn't hold back. I had to come on live, to kind of like say, no, Alaye, what you are saying is wrong. What you are asserting, don't give Nigerian people those lyrics. Don't bring pity party. Because the president that applied for the job, I've said that he wants to do the job, that it is his job, that Nigeria should not pity him. So if the person that applied for the job says Nigeria should not pity him, and you are now coming to preach pity party, well, for me, it is not something that we wish to buy into. No, we are not buying into that pity party. You applied for the job, do the job. Then the minister said something that I found very surprising, and that is why I said, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, go to Polythink with Omoshola Deji on YouTube, or you search my name on YouTube, you will see a channel, Polythink with Omoshola Deji. Make sure you subscribe. Now, when Seun Okinbaloye in the said just concluded interview on Channels TV spoke about mass poverty, when the guys asked the minister, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji, that do you know there's mass poverty in the land? His reaction was shocked. He said, mass poverty? That shows that these people are disconnected from the reality. That is just the truth. So whether you are APC, whether you are PDP, whether you are Labour, I don't care. It shows that these people are disconnected from the reality, because his action, his reaction shows it all. This is a minister that arrives in luxury cars. This is a minister that live life of affluence, that goes around with mammoth security. This is a minister that is living large, so he has not tasted poverty in recent time. Only God knows the day that he last touched the 200 naira note. So he is so disconnected with the people because he eats what he likes, he sleeps in aircon, and he is secure. So when Seun Okinbaloye said, Minister, you are trying to defend the government, but do you know that there's mass poverty in the land? The man's reaction was very shocked. He said, mass poverty, and he quickly regained his consciousness and said, poverty is a relative term. Well, I agree with him intellectually that poverty is a relative term, because what you see as poverty may not be what I see as poverty. And for him to say poverty is a relative term, he has even knocked himself the more. All Nigerians are not stupid. Nigerians are very intelligent people. So if you come on air and you are saying something, know that there are some intelligent Nigerians that are listening to you. Poverty is a relative term, truly, because somebody that has 2 cars may be seeing himself as poor because his goal in life is to drive private jet. Why somebody that has just an Okada may be very happy that he have moved from riding bicycle to an Okada. So by so saying, we can say that, okay, poverty is indeed a relative term. But within the context of the conversation with Seun Okibaloye, I repeat, within the context of the conversation with Seun Okibaloye, the minister could have been intelligent enough to not give her a conceptual interpretation of poverty, a conceptual meaning to poverty within the concept of that discussion, because he knows what Seun Okibaloye was talking about. He knows that he is referring to Nigerians that are suffering, that are going through a lot every day. Nigerians that couldn't eat 3 square meals. So even if the minister is comfortable, can he come out and say that everybody in his family is comfortable? If everybody in his family is comfortable, can he come out and say everybody in his village is comfortable? If everybody in his village is comfortable, can he come out and say everybody in his state is comfortable? If everybody in his village is in his state is comfortable, can he beat his chest that every Nigeria is comfortable? And don't forget that poverty is something that is very manifesting in Nigeria. It can't hide. I used to say that Nigeria is a place whereby you see stupendous wealth lying side by side with incredible poverty. Stupendous wealth, monumental wealth lying side by side with chronic poverty. You see a man riding luxurious jeep from questionable wealth. Just walk less than 5 seconds, you will see another man that is begging for food to eat. That is the situation we have in Nigeria. So for the minister to react like that when they said mass poverty, I think for me, the minister, really made a terrible mistake by asking, oh, mass poverty. He knows what Seun Okibaloye is talking about. Is just trying to fake it. But the truth is, you can't fake it in this kind of circumstance, because the truth is Nigerians are suffering. They are going through a lot. So there's no way you can now fake it. No, Nigerians will not listen to you. That is just the truth. Nigerians are going through a lot. They need succumb. People are finding things very uneasy. Then the minister made another claim. He said that people have their dialogue and exhaust all necessary means of engaging with the government. The truth is, we all know that it is very difficult to engage government in Nigeria. When Labour was engaging the government, did they respond? Was it not when Labour went on strike? This Nigerian government, successive government, are government that are used to protest. If you are not crazy, you cannot get anything meaningful from the government. So for you to now say that, have they engaged the government? So do they need to engage the government before government knows what is right? Does the government not have his ears on the ground to know what Nigerians are going through? Let's be sincere with ourselves. And what dialogue that government doesn't usually take serious. I have said it to my friends that the truth is, if Nigerian government, as it is, if Nigerian government, if Labour did not thoroughly engage Nigerian government, by now the minimum wage will still be 30,000. That is how unserious some of these people in government are. They don't care. And the arrogance, I have also complained about the arrogance of the president himself. I remember when Labour went on the first protest, the president came to Lagos and he had the opportunity to speak about the protest. I was kind of like shocked about the arrogance of the president in that particular speech. And he was saying, oh, Labour, you said they want to protest, they are protesting, but they should remember that they are not the only one that knows how to protest and all that. The arrogance in his statement shows that he is thoroughly disconnected with the reality of the people. Labour are protesting for a better life. Rather than listening to them, you are addressing people in Lagos and you are kind of like forming arrogance. And with due respect to the president, with profound respect to the president, that is one thing that's one attribute that I've been able to identify about him that I don't seem to like. Remember, during the election, I've said it that politicians are usually persuasive, but he was more of arrogance. Now we will remove subsidy, whether you like it or not. We will vote, we will enter, and we will remove subsidy, as if you are not governing over people, as if you are just lording over them. So for me, I think the president himself has to kind of like reduce his arrogance. It is the same president that went to Osun State, you know, at the time and said, oh, Elole ni l'Osun gan, meaning how much do you have in Osun, you know, that, you know, we want to come and take. Look at that kind of arrogance. It is his wife, the first lady, that told Igbos in Lagos State that they cannot be trusted. It is his wife. You know, it is the president that said that the last in the last election in Lagos State, the PDP deputy governorship candidate, that actress Funke Akindele, that her name shouldn't even be mentioned in his presence. So you can see that series of arrogance between the president and his wife, which is something that, you know, it is so displeasing. When you reach a certain stage in life, you are supposed to calm. You are supposed to have like a calm tone. You are not supposed to come and be speaking arrogantly to the people. So when a president is exhibiting such kind of like, you know, arrogance, you know, in his speech, it is something that is very, very saddening. We don't need such arrogance. We need a president that can be cool and calm. I think they have some lessons to learn from Goodluck Jonathan in that regard. So when the minister was talking about dialogue and engaging with the government, I was very surprised that, okay, is it that the cry that people have been crying, is it that the government did not hear? Recently, before the president said they should release the rice that customs seized, there was this clamor that Ebin power, which means we were, you know, we are hungry, you know. So have people not engaged the government when Labour was, you know, engaging with the government, dialoguing with the government? Is that not enough engagement? The president himself shot himself in the foot, in the sense that you remove subsidy arrogantly in your first day in office, and 1 year after, you didn't bother to kind of like, you know, increase salary of people. You didn't bother to provide enough palliative. Rather, you increase the school fees in federal tertiary institutions. You know, rather than provide palliative, you increase the cost of electricity tariff. Rather than provide palliative, the price of goods and services was being skyrocketed. You remove fuel subsidy at the same time that you equally remove the subsidy on foreign exchange, on dollar, whereby we operate a foreign economy. What do I mean by that? Look at everything around you. Just look around you. You see that most of the things you see are not made in Nigeria. So that means that Nigeria is practically operating a foreign economy. So you remove the subsidization of the dollar, you end it. You end the one on fuel subsidy. You increase electricity tariff. So what do you expect? And at the end of the day, people are suffering. You guys don't seem to care. You are buying luxury cars. You want to buy yachts. You want to buy presidential jet. And you are telling the people that, oh, no, don't worry, you know, calm down. We feel your pain. We feel your pain. We feel your pain. At the end of the day, you want to go and buy presidential jet. So what kind of pain are you feeling? What kind of pain are you feeling if you want to go and buy presidential jet? You know? So don't come and say, we feel your pain. We feel your pain. No, I don't believe in that, sincerely. You know? Don't come and give me that lyrics. You are telling me, I feel your pain, and you want to go and buy presidential jet. Yeah? What kind of pain are you feeling? How do you want me to believe you? You are telling me to stay inside. Fire is burning inside. You are telling me to stay inside, but I see you stepping out. Am I a fool? Will I stay inside? I should stay inside so that you come and carry my corpse. Eh? That's just the truth. So the president himself is not walking the talk. You know, they are buying new presidential jet without anything in place to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. I agree with you, my brother. You know, I absolutely agree with you. So lack of planning is causing a lot of things that the government itself, I believe that Nigerians have been very patient with this government. In all sincerity, Nigerians have been very, very patient. Now, Sheun read statistics, still talking about the interview with the minister. That's what I'm reacting to. Sheun read statistics, and to my shock, the minister decided to blame it on past government as far back as 100 years ago. The minister decided to blame it on past government as far back as 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Forgetting that it is the president that installed this man, Buhari, forgetting that Buhari was installed by Tinubu, and it is the same APC that is still ruling the country. So are you saying that 8 years is not enough? So you are now blaming the current situation of the country on the government as far back as 100 years ago. Okay, fine. Let's agree but not concede. Agreeing but not conceding, is it that you don't know the situation of the country before you applied for the job? You want to say you don't know the situation of the country before you apply for the job. So, you see, when you have a poor defense, I believe the Tinubu government should have sent a more competent person, like an orator, that can really be, that can be persuasive in his voice, and that can tell people what government is doing to cushion the pain in their life. How the man that doesn't have a job will get a job, how the man that is sleeping on the street will get a home, how the man that is sleeping hungry by this time next week, by this time next month, will no longer have to sleep hungry. That's what Nigerians want to hear. That's what Nigerians want to hear, not you blaming past government, which has always been a strategy of the APC. Now, the minister said the president needs more time. That the president needs more time. And I'm wondering, like, if 24 hours is a long time in politics, then 1 year is like forever in government. 1 year of governance is like forever. If 24 hours is a long time in politics. So what more time do you need? And you know that when price of things go up in Nigeria, it never comes down. When the price of things goes up in Nigeria, it never comes down. So the price of goods and services that has gone up, we all know that it will never come down. So Nigerians have to live by it. Nigerians have to just continue living in pain while you guys are enjoying, and you are saying that the president needs more time, whereby things are going expensive. My friend went to buy something. What was sold for 400 naira, the next week was sold for 700 naira, 300 naira different. What was sold for 1,900 was sold for 2,500 after 1 week. Imagine, the price keeps skyrocketing. People keep, rushing into poverty. The middle class is being cut off. Is either you are rich or poor. The center is no longer holding. There is so much poverty, so much starvation in the land, and you are saying the president needs more time. What kind of time does the president need? And our fathers say that the way that Sunday will be, we would have known it from Saturday. So the president himself is not practicing what he's preaching, and you are saying that the president needs more time. Now, as I try to round up, what got me really kind of like sad, that made me to make this video, is when Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, the Minister of Interior, in his strenuous effort to defend the president, compared the president to Lee Kuan Yew. Now, Lee Kuan Yew is the father of modern Singapore. He's the former leader of Singapore that transformed the country when the country, broke away from Malaysia. Now, how dare you compare Lee Kuan Yew to Bola Ahmed Tinubu? No, it is an insult to Lee Kuan Yew, the people of Singapore, and the family of Lee Kuan Yew. The president should be apologizing to Lee Kuan Yew by now, even in his grave. Because if you compare Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Lee Kuan Yew, when Lee Kuan Yew was ruling Singapore, did Lee Kuan Yew, did he went around with bullion van? Did he went around with bullion van? Did Lee Kuan Yew, does he have any kind of like case in court that relates to questionable certificates? Did he? Lee Kuan Yew sacrificed his life. He sacrificed his time. The golden period of his life. He sacrificed it for the growth and development of Singapore. And when Lee Kuan Yew was being buried during his lying in state, I had the privilege of being in Singapore at that time. So I witnessed his lying in state for days. People were lining up, a long queue. The queue never ended for days, both morning, afternoon, night, that people were going to look at his corpse in lying in state. The lying in state was done for days. I was in Singapore during the burial of Lee Kuan Yew. So I know the man that he was referring to. You see, you can't, it is insulting when a man is not fit to wear a shoe and you now want to put the man in a shoe that is bigger than him. Please, it is a very grave insult to compare the great Lee Kuan Yew, a man that transformed Singapore, to begin to compare it to our president. Was Lee Kuan Yew ever a godfather? Since the president became a godfather, he is still the de facto ruler of Lagos State, because he has been the one selecting who is who will become what, when, and now in Lagos State. Did Lee Kuan Yew do that? So when the minister comes on air and is speaking, he should remember that there are intelligent people listening to him. There are political scientists like me listening to him. So you can't come on air and just be making, one erroneous claim that, oh, the president, oh, you are now comparing him to the great Lee Kuan Yew. The great Lee Kuan Yew, how do you compare our president? With profound respect to the president, with due respect and profound respect to, how will you compare him to somebody like Lee Kuan Yew? You think like every Nigerian, you say Nigerians no go school, Nigerians have not, nobody have read about Lee Kuan Yew, nobody has been to Singapore. If you want to compare Lee Kuan Yew to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, let us take Lagos as a standalone state, or let's assume that Lagos is a country. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been the direct and indirect ruler of Lagos since 1999. Can you compare Lagos to Singapore? Can you compare Lagos State? Can you compare it to Singapore? So I don't like when this, see, rather than try to kind of like flatter the president, I believe you should come out and educate people about his policies. You should come out with a persuasive voice, You should come out with the true state of things in the country. Don't come and be now comparing Tinubu to Lee Kuan Yew. With profound respect to the president, I'm a Nigerian, but sir, the truth is you don't even reach at all. You don't even reach at all. So that comparison is fake. It is, in fact, it is an insult to the people of Singapore and an insult to the Lee Kuan Yew family and Lee Kuan Yew himself if they hear this, that the man that you are comparing their martyr to does not even come close. So please, there are so many different ways that you can express loyalty to the president. There's a lot of ways that you can defend the president, but don't come and make a erroneous claim by comparing the president to Lee Kuan Yew. No, please, it is not right. Then he said that no Nigerian that cherishes political survivor will remove fuel subsidy. Alaye, past presidents since 1999 have been removing fuel subsidy, except the exception of Yaradua, that when it was increased, I think by Obasanjo at that time, when he came in, there was a point that he reduced the price of fuel, a little bit after it was increased. That's the late Yaradua. Apart from that, every other president have removed fuel subsidy. Jonathan knew he was going to contest, and he removed fuel subsidy. And the president, now you see, in life, let us be principled. This president were one of the people that headline protest against Goodluck Jonathan in, I think, 2011 or 2012. Massive protests at Ojota, Lagos. Did Jonathan stop them? They printed vests. It was one of the headline of the protest. So you know that subsidy, if that man had removed that subsidy at that time, the effect would have faded away. People would have been, people would have adjusted. So you knew that the removal of fuel subsidy was good at that time, but because you guys just want to rubbish the man. You guys want power by all means, greed for power. You convince Nigeria that, oh, it is a fraud. You now mobilize protests against the man. Now the man lost the election. He left the seat. Years later, 2023, you became the president. This is 2024. People now want to protest. You are now running a task-getter. So you know that what Jonathan wanted to do at that time was a good thing. But You guys made life unbearable for the man. So what you did to that man, now you are afraid to now face the same thing. What a life. What a pity. You know? What you did to that man, you are now afraid to face the same thing. Is that fair to the man? In all honesty, because if that man had removed the first subsidy, maybe Nigerians will be reaping the dividends by now. You guys said no, first subsidy is a fraud. You remove first subsidy. Over a year after removing the first subsidy, Nigerians are suffering. For how long do Nigerians want to suffer? Nigerians are suffering, but they are seeing you trying to plan to buy presidential jet. And you are saying, oh, they should hold on. They should continue suffering. What kind of hold on is that? You know? Don't you eat? You, the minister, Olubunmi Tujoju, don't you eat? You know they eat. Let's be realistic with ourselves. So please, you know, I don't like when, you know, top officials of government, when they come on air and start making some strange, erroneous claim. Please, don't do it. You know, all Nigerians are not stupid. You come on air and start comparing, you know, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, with profound respect to him, to Lee Kuan Yew. To Lee Kuan Yew. Can you compare Lagos State that he has been in charge of since then? Can you compare it to Singapore? Alaye, please don't do that. Oh, please. You know, when you make some of these false claims, you know, there are other people that are intelligent that will tell Nigerians the truth, that will tell Nigerians how it is, so that you don't try to misinform Nigerians. When the 2023 election was approaching, that was how you guys were crusading that Tinubu transformed Lagos, as if Fashola never existed, as if Ambode never existed. You guys packed the work of Ambode, of Fashola, you guys packed it for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and said, oh, he's the Messiah of Lagos. Let's be fair with ourselves. Come out, tell people the challenges. Oh, this is what the president is going through, but there'll be light at the end of the tunnel. Things will get better. You know, Nigerians may understand. When you engage Nigerians, open the books to them. But for you to now come out and be comparing the president to Lee Kuan Yew, don't try it. No try and not lie. It's been a wonderful time with you, great people. It's still me, your friend, Dr. Moshola Deji, your one and only political scientist. You know, I'm your best friend. Anyway, I bring it to you as it is, anytime, any day, as it's hot. You know, I bring it live to you. So, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. You know, if you are opportune to watch this, that means you and I are destined to be friends. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Polythink with Omoshola Deji. I'm active on YouTube and Facebook now. You can also follow, like my page on Facebook, also Polythink with Omoshola Deji. Till I see you again, stay safe, stay blessed. God bless you. I love you. Bye.